Hey guys, I'm Brendan Fernandez, the cheerleader, recruiter, and biggest fan of exercise and human performance here at Lipscomb University. And I've got my team with me. I'm going to ask them some questions and we'll get to it. First question: what is a myth that you would like to see die? We'll start with Matthew.
Shoot, you would start with me. I've been sitting here trying to think of what myth do I want to see die?
Don't
Someone give me
steal
something
mine.
Yeah.
so I can kill it.
Can't steal my answer.
Is it a sports psych myth?
It can be anything.
Any myth
Live
you
your
want.
dreams, Bill.
Troy.
The myth that drives me absolutely crazy is the idea of spot reduction. If I do 1,000 crunches, I'm going to have an amazing
Oh,
abs. Or if I want to get rid of the flab on the tricep, if I just do a bunch of tricep work, it's all going to disappear. That's just not the way the human body works.
so the fat will disappear. Spot reduction meaning if I hit my abs will appear and all my fat will go away.
Exactly. If you just do ab work, you'll have fantastic abs, but they'll still be buried underneath all that fat.
So what do we have to do?
Caloric deficit.
Caloric
Yeah.
deficit.
Yep.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Boom. I think one of the myths that I would like to see die is that running is always terrible for your knees.
I buy into this.
No.
So please help me.
No, well, and that can be a hard thing to determine, but like there are plenty of people that run throughout their lifespan who have healthy knees, but you throw in other conditions like osteoarthritis or whatever, and that's a completely different ballgame. So for lots of people, running is fine for knees. That's all I have.
Yeah.
Well, and it's really complicated, right? It has to
Yes.
do with how much your mileage and
Yep.
your shoes and the surface that you're running on and
Oh,
your
yeah.
genetics.
Yes,
it's
just
not
your
a
own
simple-
personal biomechanics.
Sure, it's not
Yeah.
just that running is bad for you.
Yeah.
There's a lot that goes into that.
So if my knees do hurt while I'm running and I want to run more, what are some things I can do to help with that?
Yeah, well, shoes are a big one, but then I'd say go to your strength and conditioning specialist, your PT, and see because a lot of times we've got like muscle imbalances or weaknesses that contribute to pain around a joint.
Okay.
So a lot of times including like some alternate activities, some lifting,
Yeah.
fix you right up or make it a lot better.
And a lot of times, even now, we're kind of learning a little bit more about this, but muscle imbalances are kind of overblown compared to just general weakness to the area. So more often than not, it's if you want to run for a long time, you want to have healthy knees for a long time, you should probably be strong from here to here. That's kind of a big thing.
Yeah, that's cool.
All right, and then I'm going to tackle a myth that's going to have people lined up at my doorstep with pitchforks just straight out of Shrek.
The preface is crazy.
The preface is crazy. For general population, and especially if you need to lose weight, aspartame is likely fine. And especially if you're switching from sugar, high calorie drinks and moving into artificially sweetened beverages, the benefits are off the charts because we know one of the biggest things you can do nutritionally for health is going to be weight maintenance. And so if you're eating in such a way that is allowing you to maintain a healthy body weight, there's just a lot with your blood work and general health that's going to be very, very good compared to if you're eating all the natural stuff in the world, but you're 80 pounds overweight. Like there's only so much that your heart, your hormonal system can do. So if you're switching from a caloric beverage to a artificially sweetened beverage with no calories, more often than not, the weight loss that you'll receive from that is going to be really positively impactful for your health. And we do have quite a lot of data that as long as you're not drinking like 37 a day, you should be in tip-top shape there. So also Mountain Dew Zero, please sponsor me. A common question about artificial sweeteners that people get and Laurel just asked is how that affects hunger, satiety, and whether or not that's just going to make you want and crave more. And we have quite a few good studies on this at this point, and we see when directly compared against water, artificially sweetened beverages cause more weight loss, and there's two leading hypotheses for this. The first being that either caffeine or the carbonation actually decreases appetite to a little bit of a degree. Artificially sweetened beverages can actually nip that sweet craving in the bud a little bit. So more often than not, if you find yourself really craving sweets, if you move to something like a low-calorie beverage, oftentimes that can kind of put that to rest. And so instead of choosing a whole row of Oreos, I would never do that. If you move to maybe an artificially sweetened beverage with maybe a more responsible meal on the side of that, your caloric intake is quite a bit lower. We don't have any evidence to show that artificially sweetened beverages have any effect negatively with like insulin or blood sugar and or cravings in that regard. And the evidence that we do have shows that they tend to be favorable for appetite reduction and or suppression. So they're great.
They are
And
great.
they're very good. And a practical application of this is you see a lot of contest prep bodybuilders that are getting down to
Yeah.
like 3% body fat,
Yeah.
living on those things
Yeah.
because
Coke
of the
Zero.
help with that appetite suppression.
Coke Zero, Fresca.
Oh, I love Fresca.
Fresca's amazing.
Let's do, what is your favorite diet beverage? And I'm worried 3 of us are going to have close to the same
Yeah,
one.
I love it.
Probably.
You
Yeah.
just,
Well, I
man,
wanna
I
go
feel
first.
like I already
Oh,
showed my
because
cards.
I feel like mine and yours
I
could
can't
be the
I
same.
think they might
I have
be.
an arsenal, so we're good.
Okay, I know I do too, but I'm on a kick.
Sun-kissed orange.
Ah, Sunkissed Orange Zero. Yeah, that
Wow,
was mine
I
too.
actually haven't tried that one.
That was fantastic.
Stop.
What?
Yeah.
And you both agree.
Yeah.
Yes. I think we discovered it at about the same time.
Yeah, I saw
And
you
it was
drinking it,
life-changing,
and I was like,
yeah.
"Oh man, I haven't had one of those, not the zeros." And
Whoa.
I have to
Oh,
really.
it's diet. It's not zero?
No, it's zero.
It's zero.
Oh, it is
Yeah,
zero.
it's so
Orange
good.
Zero.
Sunkist
Yeah,
Orange Zero.
It's really, really hard to find in the United States. Apparently, it's very, very popular in Canada. But Code Red Mountain Dew, they have a zero version of that.
Oh yeah, they do. It's good.
It is sorcery.
Yeah, it's good.
But then
An elixir.
yeah, the elixir. Sprite does a really awesome option.
Potion. Yes.
Sprite is a really awesome option.
Yeah.
those are probably
Y'all are
Coke.
taking all of
Coke
mine.
Zero is a really good option.
My favorite would probably be a Fresca.
Yeah.
My mom put me on Fresca, and I drink some every day. And actually, when I was trying to lean out before I started training with Zach, I was drinking a lot of Fresca. So it goes along with what you were saying earlier. Diet Coke, zero sugar, like options. My barbecue sauce, like all of it kind of goes along with that topic. So I think that was fun that we addressed that. My last question for you all is, what is your favorite high protein snack?
Does anyone have something they want to hop in with? Or
You go first because I want to see what yours is before I answer. Because I have 2.
okay, I'm probably absolutely the last person to jump on this trend, but overnight oats are again also sorcery. So I do 1 cup of oats and then 1 cup of skim milk, 2 scoops of extreme milk chocolate whey protein, and then 1 cup of Carb Master zero fat Greek yogurt. If you get too strong of a Greek yogurt, it kind of overpowers it, but I found Carb Master is sweet. Also sponsor me. And it comes out to like 65 grams of protein for breakfast.
That's awesome.
Like, I could fight the Hulk
Wow.
on that amount of protein.
Yeah.
What was the
Also-
protein powder?
Extreme milk chocolate from Optimum Nutrition.
Okay. Oh, Optimum Nutrition. Okay, that's what I was wondering.
Also, can we just pause for a minute and talk about the Kroger Carb Master brand?
It's awesome.
They make great lower carb, great source of protein yogurts, and they come in all sorts of different flavors. I've been eating them for like over a decade, but when we lived in Lubbock, there was no Kroger. So anytime we go to Dallas, we'd take these huge coolers and just like chock them full. So when we're checking out, the people are like, "Why do you have 60 yogurts?"
Oh.
But anyway, it's so good.
I like a good beef jerky.
Oh, yeah.
So it's just, I mean, it's
Oh,
classic
wow.
protein. It's all
What flavor?
protein. I'm open. I'm open to a lot of different flavors.
Have you had Bucky's beef jerky?
Oh,
they
it's
have
so
so
good.
much.
So many,
Yeah.
there's
It's
just
so
so many
good.
to choose from.
Are you,
There's like a cherry one maybe at
Oh
Buc-ee's.
yeah. So wait,
Okay,
is
that's
there
a
a
good one.
brand though? What's the main brand of beef jerky? I feel like I see it everywhere.
Is it like Jack Link's
Jack
or
Link's
Yeah,
is
Jack
very
Link's, yeah,
popular,
Jack Link's.
Yeah, I like
There's-
the off-brands though, like
Okay.
the smaller regional ones.
Because it
and
can be
stuff.
expensive
It
too.
can be really
Yeah.
expensive.
But
It's
thing
really
with beef
expensive.
jerky is it's like per calorie, it is so dense in protein. It's
Yeah.
basically just
Yeah.
straight protein.
It is,
It's
yeah.
just the
So good.
sodium that I look out for, but I don't really need to worry about that, so I'll eat a whole bag. And
Yeah.
that's like 70 grams of protein.
It's so much. Yeah.
There's a Carolina Reaper flavor on Amazon, and it outspices me. Like, so if you want to get like murdered,
Oh,
it's,
Carolina Reaper?
Yeah, Carolina Reaper.
That's what
dude.
it's called?
Yeah, you'll die.
Yeah.
Here, what's
I
yours?
can
I'll go
sense
last.
why.
What's your high protein snack?
Well, thing is, I'm kind of a nerd, so I have been eating whole foods in every single meal, and I've been on the stove every single meal for the past, I don't know how long. But if I need to get in a quick protein hit, Core Power 42 gram protein shake is 230 calories, or Quest protein bar. Not the rubber ones, the ones that actually taste good.
Like
So
the birthday cake.
yes.
Is that a
Oh,
good tasting
yeah.
one?
So they have 2 forms of that. One is very rubbery, and I think it's probably better on the macro side. But the other ones, there's a Oreos and cream one that's actually like crunchy, and it's coated
Yeah.
with like a cream, and it's actually fantastic. and they have a blueberry cheesecake flavor. That one is incredible.
Sounds good.
And those are 18 to 20 grams. But again, if I'm looking at at a protein hit, I'm gonna probably chug a drink. So Premier Protein is also really good. Core Power. Those are. I mean, I'm sorry, I covered ground, but those
that's
are
good.
those are
That's
the
a good
ones that
answer.
I go to.
Pure protein, mint chocolate chip protein bars are also.
Yep,
Yeah.
that's also very good.
Yep.
Okay, I have to have two. Ready? I love turkey pepperoni.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good. It's kind of like beef jerky-esque though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, lower on the calories, less fat. But then lately I've been on this kick where I'll do like about a cup of non-fat Greek yogurt and I'll put some cinnamon, some Splenda, and a little bit of that peanut butter powder and mix it together. It is
PB Fit.
Yeah.
money. It's like the one of those kind
I
of.
was saying
Yeah.
the PB Fit, the macros are
Those are
amazing.
hacks. Those
Yeah.
are seriously like Costco. Go get some.
Yeah,
If you're curious, that is definitely something to implement now.
yeah, that's a good. That and the Carb Master, that's a staple in our. And I've noticed I can get my kids to eat the Carb Master yogurts. You know, anyway, so that'll get.
Is
us
it just that the Carb Master yogurt doesn't have carbs in the yogurt?
No, so like in a little like normal size yogurt cup, probably like 6 ounces. It has like 5 grams carbohydrates, 70 calories, and then 8 or 9 on the protein probably.
9, yeah.
Yeah, so it's a really good little snack. Sometimes I eat 2 at a time.
Yeah. That's how deep I am in on this. I was like, no, it's 9. I know.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no,
I know for a fact.
yeah,
No,
You
you
know
look at the
exactly.
you look at the
In too
G's. Yeah,
Yeah.
the G's. What are the G's telling me?
ugh,